Saxophonists can be a serious bunch. It seems the longer we study, the more anxious and depressed we can become and the less fun we're having. But we hang in there because one day we know the paycheck will be worth it. I'm Dr. Wally Wallace from the Saxophone Academy with 5 tips for having more fun with your saxophone. So let's dive in and start enjoying this magnificent instrument. Number 5, start composing. We don't realize it often, but a lot of what we do on this instrument is not creative, it's recreative. As we're studying and taking lessons, we do what our teacher tells us, we follow exercises, and we mimic the great players. But it's not using that part of our brain for creative activities. So, pop out some staff paper and start composing. Write melodies. It doesn't matter the style or the genre, it can be whatever you want. Or start arranging some of your favorite melodies, video game music, soundtracks, whatever's gonna be fun for you. And you don't need a degree in composition to get started. You don't even need to take a class. You don't need permission. And if you feel like you need permission, I hereby grant you permission to start composing. Start doing it. It's a lot of fun, and you may find your own voice and style in the process. Number 4, stop comparing. Comparison is the thief of joy. And in this age of social media, it's really easy to constantly be comparing where you are on the instrument to other people and other players. And it's going to cause a lot of anxiety, depression, and more importantly, less fun. Remember, music doesn't have to be a competition. In the public schools, we have way too many chair tests and ensemble competitions, all state, all district band. And that's not necessarily the point of making music, and it can steal a lot of fun away from you. And if you're constantly trying to get as good as Johnny or Jenny, you're not becoming the best version of you. And that's a lot more exciting. So get off Instagram, shut down YouTube for a little while, and just start loving playing the instrument again. Number 3, start listening more, but listening for pleasure. A lot of times as saxophonists, when we pop on a record, we do it to transcribe or listen or to study. But we can often forget that music should just be enjoyable to listen to. So I highly recommend collecting records. Vinyl records are cheap, you can find them anywhere, and unless you're looking for that original pressing of Miles Davis or John Coltrane, it's a cheap, fun hobby to get into. So you can actually pop on a record, listen to 20 minutes for each side, and really enjoy listening to the masters. And while you're listening, don't worry about are you as good as they are or will you ever be that good. Simply put on a record and listen for pleasure. It'll make playing the saxophone a lot more fun. Number 2, give back to the community and other musicians. You don't have to be a master of the instrument to help other people. If you're in high school, you can help the local middle school players get better. Go to a Title I school and help share the instrument with players that may not be able to afford lessons. You can do a lot of good with other people regardless of your level. Always help other people in their journey. It makes your journey a lot more rewarding. And also in the community, perform for those who would love to hear it. Go play for a youth group or your local retirement community. They're going to love the concert, and you're going to become a more experienced player in the process. Giving back makes this instrument a lot more fun. Number 1, remember why you started playing in the first place. It wasn't to win competitions, and it wasn't for a big paycheck, certainly. But remember that first time you opened the case and saw this magnificent instrument shining up at you? Maybe you were just excited to make a few sounds or start learning an art form, or maybe you were excited to play in the band and share music with other people. When you remember why you started this instrument in the first place and realize that making music is a privilege, not an obligation, you can have a lot more fun playing. So those are my 5 tips for having more fun. What are yours? Leave in the comments below your ideas and strategies for having more fun and staying motivated while you play the instrument. And please do give us a like and subscribe, and I promise we'll have more fun along the way.